Hey guys, my name is Monet, and today I am having a transparent Thursday. I mentioned that in my update video that once a week I just want to come and talk about something that is related to the classroom and just be really transparent about it. So today I am filming a video on my salary as a teacher in the state of Georgia. Right now you can go on YouTube and see so many others that have joined into this conversation that Too Cool for Middle School and Smarty Styles have started. And so I'm gonna go by the questions. So I will be looking at my phone quite a bit, but I'm gonna do my best to keep this short but informative. So again, my name is Monet. I teach in Atlanta, Georgia. I teach in one of the larger districts in Atlanta that does impact your salary. The closer you get to Atlanta, typically the more you'll earn. But it's still not like a crazy buku amount. But you do get more the closer you are. But there are some smaller counties in the surrounding area of Atlanta that make a little bit less. Uh, I have 5 people in my household. I recently just moved in with my parents because of my divorce. So it's my parents, myself, my 2 kids. So that's 5 people. All the adults in this house work. I do not rent and I do not own. However, I do contribute to just things around the house for myself, my kids, and just to help my parents out. But along with me living with them, my plan is to save. Now, with me saying that, if I were living on my own, it would be extremely uncomfortable financially for myself and my 2 children. My highest level of education is a bachelor's. In my county, you do get more money with your education, and they also do increase it as well with years of experience. So right now I currently have a bachelor's and I make about $47,000 annually. That is before taxes, and trust me, they get their taxes. Okay, so I don't really make 47, but that's how much I could possibly earn had they not taken out the taxes. I do get paid bi-weekly, and I really do like getting 2 checks at the beginning and middle of the month. It just helps with paying bills and keeping up with my expenses. And I get a check every month of the year. So instead of being paid 10 months like some of the other states are saying that they are, in my particular county, we get paid on a 12-month scale. So I don't have to worry about those summer breaks. I do supplement my income. I do that currently by teaching summer school. I have one more week of that, and that's going to be an awesome check. And then also I have signed up to do tutoring at my school in the afternoons. I will say this: every school in my county does not offer summer school, and every school in my county does not have tutorial. It is based on the money that the schools are allotted, and the principals and administration, they determine how they want to spend that money. So the school that I will be teaching at next year, they have after school, they pay teachers to teach during the after school hours. So I was lucky enough to get a spot for that. Now, this is the first year that I have supplemented my check in this way. In previous years, I was married and my husband had his check and my check. We put that together and we survived. The next question that I'm looking at is in regards to expenses. So on my check, if I were to have this big printout of just how much comes out, you would be like, oh my God, where did your money go? So I have taxes, I have retirement, I have short-term and long-term disability. That is something that you can choose. It's not automatically taken out, but I put that in there for the simple fact that since I've lived in Atlanta, things have happened to me in regards to like car accidents where I have been injured, and it was because I had that disability that I still got paid, and my family did not have to suffer. I also have there's a teaching organization in the state of Georgia, GAE. I pay towards that, and that's just helped me should anything happen in the classroom and I need legal assistance. They also give coupons to teachers. So I signed up for that, and that comes out of my check. And then I have life insurance. So all of that is deducted out of my pay. And then in regards to expenses on my living side, I have 2 children. They are ages 2 and 4. My son's daycare is about $210. My daughter will be starting pre-K. However, she did not get into the Georgia pre-K lottery, so she will be in private school, and that is $186 weekly. That will be coming out of my check. Not to mention I have to pay for their lunches, unless I make it, which I will be packing a lunch, but it'll be $40 a month additional per child for their meals. I do pay on my car. I have 12 more months on my car, and then I will own it. But until then, I do have my car payments. I have my car insurance. Since I have moved in with my parents, my possessions are in a storage unit, so that is a new expense that I have that I did not have before. But you do have to think about those things like rent, food, gas, what else? Water, electric. I mean, all of this stuff really adds up. And so those are just some expenses that here in Atlanta people normally have, unless they're like just single. But I know rent, particularly in Atlanta, 1 bedroom could be $1,000. 1 bedroom. 1 bedroom, and I'm not going to guarantee that it's a gated community with a gym. I'm just telling you that it starts at $1,000. So the more people that you have in your apartment, I mean, it does help. I know some teachers that carpool together. I know some teachers that have become roommates just so they could be more comfortable. Chicka. Do you have any additional deductions taken from your paycheck? Do you feel like your current salary is enough? I do not feel like my current salary is enough. And I will say that because honestly, for the amount of time that I put into being a productive and effective teacher, those hours are not calculated. If I was salaried, I would make more. I literally would. I mean, even thinking about how I pay for my children to go to daycare, and that's, like I said, $210, $186. That is a classroom of 16. I have normally at least 25 students. If all of those heads were $210 and just go into my check, but I'll get off of that. I'm not even going to go that way. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times teachers are asked to sacrifice a lot in regards to time for lesson planning, professional development. I did a conference this summer, and a lot of teachers were not given extra pay for going to that conference. A lot of teachers have to pay for that. Unless their school again has some like pool of money sitting on the side to help teachers with that. You have to think about how we stay after school for after school events, for after school meetings. That's almost like being on call. I've never been able to pick up the phone and talk directly to my doctor, or call my doctor and say, hey, I need you right now. I'm on my way. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Like, you have to set appointments, and teachers don't always get that. You're in the middle of your lesson and there's a knock on the door. Boom, there's a parent, and now you have to stop instruction for 25 minutes because a parent wants to now talk to you about their child. I'm not saying this is the norm for everybody, but all I'm trying to like point out is that we do a lot. And a lot of it is not even really during instructional time, because when you have 25 or plus kids in your face, there is no way you could be sitting on your bottom. There's no way you could be meeting deadlines for administration or for your county. There is no way that you can do the research and find the resources for instruction while giving instruction. So a lot of that takes place outside of those hours. Not to mention when parents do want to contact you, and it's surely after hours. Even with my administration, I've had emails be sent at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. And then, being me, I look at it the next morning and I'm like, wow, you sent this while I was at home. So I'm not saying that it's like super rude, but what I am saying is for me to make $47,000 annually and be struggling in certain areas and have to compromise in my living to be a teacher, I do think that we deserve more. I do think that even if you cannot put more in my pot, financially, I do think that maybe some breaks should be given within our communities. Just like when you go to certain restaurants or you go to certain stores and they give military discounts or they give police discounts, it would be nice if they gave teacher discounts. And so I'm not necessarily trying to put down the military or the police officers, because they work extremely hard as well. They make sacrifices as well. So please don't take me in saying that teachers are better or more important than those branches of service. I am absolutely not saying that. I'm just saying that there are ways to help make teachers feel valuable and appreciated and take some of our life stress away, since you know we're going to have stress inside of the classroom. And I'm not going to make this video long. So another question, what are your financial goals that you are still working towards? My short-term goal, as stated previously, I am now a single parent. I do live with my parents, and so my biggest goal right now is to save up money, repair my credit, and buy my 2 kids a home. I would like for us to have our home, and that's my short term, so hoping to do that in 1 or 2 years. And then my long term is once I have my house, my car will be paid off in 12 months, so I'll have that debt to income ratio really low. Once I have my house, I still want to save. I want to build a cushion of between $10,000 to $15,000. Once I have that cushion, I want to begin to travel. And the reason why I want to have cushion is because things happen. I mean, being a homeowner is expensive. Having 2 children is expensive. So should anything happen with their health, God forbid, or should they need anything educationally or want to do anything extracurricular, I want to be able to finance those things. My children will go to school. I want to be able to help and assist them with books or tuition. And then lastly, should something happen to me, I want to leave an inheritance. So that is my long term, and that is my short term in regards to finances. And meeting those things can be difficult given that I am a single parent and I am teaching. So the other question, to get this thing wrapped up, what is the biggest piece of financial advice you will offer to someone considering teaching? My biggest advice would be to shop around in your state. Different counties have different salary structures. See which one best fits you, but also remember that you will be in that school most likely for 180 days. So even if you're getting paid an extreme amount of money, if you're in a very high stress or high risk environment, you need to think about that, because money is not everything. So shop around in your county, and then also live within your means. That's something that I learned in college, and that's something that I am having to kind of relearn now that my money has shrunk. My income has shrunk. I have to really, ask myself, is this a need or a want? And put those wants on the list. And once I do my needs, go to your wants. So for a young person, that's really the best I can do. And then thirdly, just start to save. Even if it is $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever you could put to the side and not touch, just go ahead and do that. It's not about, oh wow, I get to save $100 a day, or because I can't save $100 a month, I don't need to save it all. No, save when you can and let that thing grow. Smarty Style mentioned an interest-based account or interest something account, and that really got me thinking, because again, I'm trying to buy a house, so I thought that was so wise. So I did contact my bank, and I am setting that up so that the money I'm saving for my house can build interest, and I can use that. So I really hope that this video was transparent, informative, and I would love to have you guys, leave some comparisons down below, so that way if there is something that maybe you want to inform me about, I can read it down there. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so. If you like the video, thumbs it up. so I know that you like it and I can continue making these Transparent Thursday videos. But I'm so glad to be back, and again, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for your prayers, and just continue to rock, rest, and tick on. Bye guys.